Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so before we begin our lesson, let me walk you through the objective of our lesson for today. Our learning objective, first of all, the first objective that we try to obtain today is that you will be able to brainstorm your ideas pertaining to the Avengers movies. How many of you actually watch Avengers movie? Right? Regardless whether it's the first movie, the second, the third, or the fourth. Okay? Then the second objective that we want to achieve is that you listen for specific information and details. As you will be listening to the audio, and based on the audio, you try to extract, grab specific information and details. And the third objective is that you should be able to share and exchange your ideas with your peers. When I ask you to do some activity later, think, pair, share. Okay? 4 posters from the 4 Marvels movie. The first Avengers 2012. The second one Avengers Age of Ultron. Yeah, the second one 2015. And we have Infinity War, where they introduce, I think this is when they introduce the
Thanos. Yes,
yeah, 2017, and the one that we are going into, right? This movie for today, the Endgame, released last year. Okay, released last year. Right. Next, you have markers with you, right?
Yeah.
So here on the board, I would like you to voluntarily come forward and think of what you have learned. First of all, when I ask you to brainstorm your ideas later on, think of the adjective, verbs, moral values, or characters that you can recall from the movie Endgame, Avengers Endgame. Feel free to use the board. Okay? Feel free to use the board. Ready?
Ready.
There you go. Yeah, 7 minutes for this activity. Go ahead. Yeah, your brainstorm ideas. You know what to do?
Yeah. That's now I can propose.
Okay, so you just list down, okay, you list down using adjective, verbs, moral values, or character or characteristic, okay, that you can recall from the movie. When I say moral value, only one word or a phrase, not the whole full sentence. The moral value from the story is blah 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 blah. No. If you say teamwork, then it's only teamwork. Ready? Go! Make sure each and every one of you, you try to contribute. No marker? Okay, no marker. No ink? What about this? If no ink, could you please put it back on the table? Okay, next. Remember, use adjective, verbs, moral values, character, characteristic. What else? should be writing on the board. Which one is yours? Okay. Oh, nice.
Yes. Antagonist.
Are you going to continue with Captain Marvel? No. Okay. So you're talking about Thanos. So can you continue Thanos over here? Okay, Thanos. Continue. Yes. Because we have Thanos over there. Wait, someone is only Benny here. Is only Benny here. Come on. Come in. Yeah. It's dry. Okay, it's dry. Yeah, you need to write. Nana, you done? In? Kim? Talk to the hand. Yeah, Kim, talk to the hand. We have 2 more minutes.
Wakanda is not the main character.
Okay, we have 2 more minutes. Who else?
Who's the woman?
Okay, John, thank you.
Who's the woman?
Jack, thank you. Okay, ladies. Okay.
The video.
Not too crowded, okay. Okay, distance yourself, thank you. Distance yourself, not too close, not too near. Why suddenly you all come and bombard the board? It's not even empty, right? Wow, Spider-Man, Tom Holland. Gamora. Hey, Benny, missing something? Who else? Who else? Who else? Tick tock, tick tock. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, baik. Hawkeye. It would be nice if you can provide the characteristic of the characters using adjective. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. What is the switch? Open the desktop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo. Okay. Let us look here. We have characters. Okay, you use characters and you describe the characters using some characteristic, using some adjective. Any verb here? Any verb? Missing? Where's the verb? Ting tong, ting tong. Most of you use brave for the adjective. Where else? I'm still looking for the word that you mentioned just now. Any verb? What is it? Oh, fighting. Okay, yeah. You fight. Where else? Rescue. Okay. Other word for rescue that you can use? Supervise, work, obtain. Escape. Where is the job? Collect. Okay, this one. Right. Those verbs. What about adjectives? You clearly can see the adjective, right? Okay, and your character, the adjective describing all the characters. We have Hawkeye. We have Captain Marvel, right? We have Gamora and Nebula. I whispered and asked Audrey, was like, come on. Okay, fine. And then we have Taz. Do you think he's mean? Do you think he is mean? He is a mean character? We will talk about it later, right? Iron Man, the hero, Spider-Man, we have the green guy, we have Black Widow, the one that I mentioned to you the other day, ScarJo, right? And then Black Panther, he passed away recently. Okay, may his soul rest in peace. And then, so basically, those are the characters. Okay, can anybody share with us in 2 sentences, only in 2 sentences, describe the movie? Only in 2 sentences.
The movie is all about a team of Avengers who wants to take revenge of Thanos. Who?
Enough! 2 sentences. I know. You tend to go on and on and on because you really like the movie. Thank you. It's about Avengers who want to take revenge over Thanos.
Because Thanos used the Infinity Stone to wipe all the
whole world, right? Another individual in 2 sentences. Describe the movie. Yeah, only in 2 sentences.
The Avengers wants to save all the lives and by saving them. Okay, the Avengers want to save all the people from the quantum realm by involving the time travel.
Oh, okay, thank you. He mentioned quantum. The science term that he's using, right? So name at least two main characters from the movie Avengers Endgame. Only 2 main characters. I mean, you can see so many characters here. I only want 2 main characters. Anybody? Somebody? Oh, no. Somebody. Sarah.
Iron Man
Iron Man.
and Captain America.
Captain America. Another one? Another person?
Thanos.
And Doctor Strange. Is he the main character here?
No, because he was judged at the last
Yeah, he appeared towards the end. Not along the movie. Who else? Thor. And Hulk. Yeah, and Hulk. Okay, those are the 2 main characters. Are we done? Ready? Get ready your ears. Get ready your paper. As you listen, okay? As you listen, try to record any information or details. As you listen. Basically, as you listen, they are all information, they are all details. But be selective and be smart to choose what would be the information and details. Because later on, you will need to recall back what you have watched and try to visualize what is actually happening here. Ready?
I don't want to hurt you.
need to rewind, huh?
I can do this.
Oh, no. So we I need to rewind. Where should I rewind? Yeah. Okay, this is the last.
You gotta be shitting me.
Mind the language.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me if I'm at you. You gotta be shitting me.
I have eyes on Loki, 14th floor. I'm not Loki.
I don't want to hurt you.
That's it. That's it. Did you manage to get the information or details? Of course. You won't be able to detect the details. Don't write in full sentences. Just jot down the points. What did you hear?
Hurt. 19.
Okay. What did you hear? For some of them.
Low.
I will let you listen for the second time.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me if I'm at you. You gotta be shitting me.
I have eyes on Loki, 14th floor. I'm not Loki.
I don't want to hurt you.
That's it. That's it for the moment. Okay, that's it for the moment. So I gave you a few minutes to try to recall back what you have heard. Just words or phrases, not full sentences. What you have heard? You heard fighting sound? You heard something banging? Or you heard glass shattered? You heard two people talking or only one person talking? Did you hear any names mentioned?
Low.
So write it down. You don't have to answer me. Okay? You don't have to answer. If there are words that you don't really understand, then try to spell it out as you listen. And later on we'll discuss the answer. Remember the S word that he mentioned that you don't take as information and detail. The S word, you know what I mean? The S word?
Yes.
Okay, so exclude that.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's bad word. So exclude that word. Done.
Done.
Enough to what you have. Okay, there's no right or wrong. Just be happy with what you have. Now I'm going to ask you to work with a partner, and we are going to do think by share. Remember, as you listened earlier on, I stopped somewhere. Meaning to say, I did not ask you to listen to the end. Now, what I want you to do is that, first of all, okay, you ask yourself, this is your prediction. What is happening next? You try to predict what happened. If you could recall that particular scene, then you are lucky. But if your recall is a bit blurry, because we have 4 movies here, I myself, I got confused. So I was like, which scene is this? I know it's Endgame, but then you might get confused with other scenes. Yeah, other scenes. You get me?
Yeah.
Okay. Ignition. Pass. There. Okay. share. This is think by share. First of all, you work alone, but you never work alone, right? That's the Liverpool thing. Try to predict what happened next. Your prediction first. Your own. Hold on. Wait. Listen first. Once you're done, turn around or find a partner and you discuss. You ask your friend, what's your prediction? Is it the same? Then you compare and contrast your prediction. Remember, ask your friend again, ask your partner, why do you think you come up with that kind of prediction? Yeah? There must be a reason why you choose that prediction. And later on, how many pairs would I call? How many pairs would I call to share? 3 to 5. So it might be in between. Yeah, it might be in between. You can use some of the characters here and you try to recall. If possible, try to use some of the adjectives here when you come up with your reasoning. There's no use for you to write words here, but you're not using it at all. Words here, but you're not using it at all. The words here might help you. Remember the listening, the audio earlier on? How many person or how many characters were involved? What is actually going on in that particular scene? You may begin now. You don't have to write in full sentences, yeah? Always remember, when you write information or details, just write it in short forms. There's big space there, so don't save your writing. Write as big as you can. Don't torture my eyes. I don't want to hurt you. Polio. I don't want to hurt you. It's the thermostat. Find your partner. Find your partner. Yeah, check with your partner. What's their prediction? And then on you share. What have you agreed on? If you do not agree with anything, never mind. Just share with us later on. Kim, who's your partner, Kim? Sarah. Mel, who's your partner, Mel?
But fighting scene is already started. I mean, yeah, it's correct. But
now this is where you use your flashback and try to recall the scene. Not too close, Audrey. Yeah, not too close, Audrey. I will call you later on. I will call you two later on. Remember, if you don't know what happens next, just use your imagination. Yeah, you create.
English proficiency ko.
Make some noise. When you do discussion, you don't whisper, okay? Feel free to speak. Do not whisper. It's okay. Just make some noise.
Captain America juga girlfriend jaga. Itu Captain America era apa ya? Captain America.
Yes.
The defeated Thanos.
If you have similar ideas, then here. Get it? Okay. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Don't copy from your friend's paper, but you discuss. Okay? You discuss. You speak and share what you have in common or the differences.
Similarities. Tony and Thanos.
Okay, time's up. Time's up. Counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay, now let us share. Let us share. The first pair to share their prediction. What have you predicted from the audio that you have listened? The first pair. Okay, Sarah. No? First pair to share? There's no right or wrong. This is your imagination. Yes, Sarah. Sarah and Kim, right? Yeah. Remember, there's no right or wrong for your prediction. It's your prediction. What did you predict?
As I think, for
man talked to Tony, Iron Man,
Okay.
and the man said he don't want to hurt Tony. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There are fighting between two men. Before that, the man asked Tony, "What's wrong?"
Okay. What do you think happened after you heard this? Oh, I don't want to hurt you. So what happened after that?
They
Mm.
fighting.
They were fighting. Okay. What about you, Kim? They are fighting as well. So most of you, both of you, you share the same prediction. The men are fighting. Okay. Thank you. See, that's all. Thank you. She want to add on.
As we thought, the man who was talking is Thor.
Thor.
Yes.
Thor. Okay. You said Thor, huh?
And
Confirm. Final. Final. Any more? One is Thor and the other one is
Tony.
Tony. Tony Stark and Thor. They are fighting.
They fight amongst each other about something.
What something? Okay. It's okay. That's their prediction. Again, I said there's no right or wrong. It's your prediction. Thank you, girls. Thank you. Next step. Okay. Ladies, go ahead.
Okay, what I think that happened is Steve Rogers is trying to obtain the cube from the
It's
past.
Captain America, right?
Yeah, and on the way he encounters his past self and has to fight to get through, to pass through. Okay.
As for me, I predict that two people, the present day Captain America and 2014 Captain America are fighting, because I can hear fighting sounds towards the end.
Most of you said you're fighting as well.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. The two characters, you mentioned Captain America and
His past self.
his past self. Okay. Third partner. Third pair. Ooh. Ooh. I don't have to call your name, you see. I would want you to volunteer. Right? If I call out your name, then you'll be your heart will be very fast. So it's better still that you volunteer. You feel ease. Calling 1, 2. Okay. 5 is always forcing this one. Okay, 8. What's your prediction? Move forward.
Based on my prediction, the fighting scene goes until one of the person dies due to his or her injury. What's your prediction?
The scene is about Captain America and his team trying to get the cube from Loki.
Okay. So, have you agreed on what would be your prediction?
I disagree.
You disagree with his prediction.
Yes.
But then again, there is no right or wrong. If that is your prediction, then that's your prediction. Okay? So both of them, they came up with different prediction. One is the fighting scene. What did you say just now? Sorry?
The fighting scene goes until one of the person dies due to his or her injury.
Until one person dies.
Yes.
Okay. Who is that person? Who is that character that you think?
I think it's Captain America.
You think is Captain America. Okay. Fabio, you said that this is Captain America and his team fighting to get the cube from Loki. Right. Thank you, guys. Last pair. What's your prediction? Come on. We have 3 minutes to go. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Before I closing. Still one more pair to go. 1, 2, 0.
Loki will entering the wormhole, or Thor left Loki and flew away with his hammer, or Thor used his hand signal and the hammer flies straight away towards him.
Oh, that's the scene. That's your prediction.
Yeah, and then after that, there will be fighting scene, and Thor uses yeah, I think there will be fighting scene and that's
So
all.
fighting scene as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big.
I think the scene is about Thor talk to Loki.
Thor talking to.
Loki.
Okay. Thor talking to Loki.
Thor leave Loki. And then there will be a fighting scene.
Fighting scene. Right. Thank you, guys. So basically, most of you mentioned your prediction is that is a fighting scene. Okay, between Captain America and Loki and Thor and so on and so forth. That's your prediction. Now let us listen to the final audio. Okay, what is actually happening? Ready to listen? And check your prediction.
What's going on? You told me if I'm at you. You gotta be shitting me.
I have eyes on Loki, 14th floor. I'm not Loki.
I don't want to hurt you. I can do this all day. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so out from the 4 prediction, which one do you think the one that is happening in the audio? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's number 3. Remember the scene? Yeah, remember the scene? No. Okay, no. This one, number 2. Scene number 2. Remember the scene where 2 Captain America, okay, one is holding the briefcase.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. At the elevator. And then there's it. I found Loki. Then another Captain America said, not Loki. Remember the scene?
Yes.
The pot and then that. But it's not the cube, right? It's actually some sort of Loki sword. Is it some sort of the sword? What do you call that? That stuff, the thingy. Hopefully next week or on Thursday we shall view this particular scene. Would you want to view the scene?
Yes.
Okay. Done, huh? Okay. So we're almost done with our activity. You listen, you predict, okay? And you have listened to the actual event. What is actually happened? It's okay if your prediction is wrong, but basically you have discussed with your friend. But I noticed that some of you did not do your discussion. You just sit there, look around. Okay? And again, if you cannot think of something, try to use your imagination. Close your eyes for a while and imagine. Imagine what would you have for lunch? You don't know what you're going to have, right? But you imagine what would you want to have if your lunch is fish. You say, imagine if I could have Subway, McDonald's for lunch. So imagine things. Use your. So let's go back to the learning objective. Were you able to brainstorm your ideas based on the movie?
Yes.
Yes, you have tons of ideas here. and you use adjective, you use verbs, and you use you try to figure out the characters which you did for your prediction. Yeah. Next, you listen for specific information and details. You managed to come up that it was actually a fighting scene. They want to save the world, they want to get the cube. Those are the details that you managed to get from that particular audio that you listen to. And you share and exchange your ideas with your peers. Did you manage to share your idea? Did you manage to exchange? Yes? Some of you agree or disagree. It's normal in any discussion. Yeah? As for the wrap up, okay, if we look at, I have prepared my Padlet for you. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Of course. I've shared Padlet. That is our popcorn. I name it popcorn. And you share your opinion here. Share your thoughts on movies that you have watched. A brief synopsis there, a brief synopsis in 3 to 5 sentences, and what have you learned? Meaning to say the moral value. But basically for the first popcorn, I would like you to review on the Avengers Endgame. Remember to write your name. If you don't have names, what movie is that, and your short or brief synopsis, and your moral value. That's all. That's all. Marks will be given. You will be assessed on this. 5 marks. 5 marks. For the borders, we shall discuss tomorrow. And the other thing is that if you remember our speaking task, it's almost time. Now is September. Am I right?
Yeah.
So you have next week. I do hope that you have finalized your activity. Okay, which one would you choose? Not this one, right? The other one. Which one? This one, right? This one. Okay, the activities here. I hope you have chosen your topics. Alright, everybody. I guess that's all for now. Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow.